You are listening to the keynote address from the Governor's Student Business Summit 2010 given by Brandt Page, founder and CEO of Launch Sales and Marketing. This address is brought to you by the Governor's Office of Economic Development and Utah CEO Magazine.
I wish you well on your dreams and your aspirations. I hope that it's a great day. Good luck in all of your efforts in school and in business. And with that, I'm going to turn the time over to Brandt, and you're in for a real treat. So good luck in all you do. Thank you.
All right, well, let's turn on the computer here. Let's see, if I can kind of get to know the crowd a little bit. How many of you guys are still in high school, by the raise of hands? Fantastic. That is wonderful. And then, of those of you who are in high school, who are seniors here? You guys are getting excited, I'm sure. That's fantastic. How about juniors? Excellent. And then sophomores and freshmen? All right. This is fantastic. Well, I think what I'm going to try and do, let me make sure this remote works. Oh, it does. Great. And I'm actually going to come down here. If I come on the floor, would you guys still be able to see me? Let's test it out. And does this work? Hello, hello? Can I do that? Sorry, the film guys are going to hate me. But I want to kind of get a little bit more personal with you guys, and hopefully we can have a good time today. Can you guys all see me okay? Yes, I'm assuming that's a yes. Okay. Well, thanks for coming. I mean, this is such an amazing opportunity. You're in high school or you're in college, you're looking into business, whether it's starting your own or working for a startup or whatnot. This is a perfect opportunity to be networking with like-minded individuals. People who are sitting right next to you that you might not know. It's a great opportunity to reach out your hand and shake it with the person next to you, get to know them, and understand what their likes are, dislikes, so you guys can expand that network. What I want to do today is focus on entrepreneurship. That's kind of my gig. I love being an entrepreneur. But when I was in high school, I didn't know what that word meant. So I understand that if that's a new thing to hear, entrepreneurs are people who start businesses. And I'm assuming you're here because that might be an idea that you want to do, is to start your own business, be your own boss. So let's kind of take a quick focus. If you have the little program sheet in front of you, that can help at least to know the background of where I've been and whatnot. So that's kind of help you. You can take a look at that program. I want to get you a little idea of my story, so hopefully we can relate, and you can get to know me a little bit better. So right now what I'm doing is, I started a company called Launch Sales and Marketing. We're an outsourced sales company, so we help other businesses get more sales. It's as simple as that. We help get them leads or new people to do business with. And how I got my start was actually in college. I've always been in sales, so ever since 15 years old, some of you guys might be able to relate, I was doing something with sales. I love the commission aspect of it. So as I went through high school, got into college, I always did something in sales. I felt like I had an uncapped potential of income. Well, after I came back from my mission, I was able to start a company called Seatability. Kind of a crazy company name, but we brought office furniture from Taiwan and set up a distribution system here in the United States. Basically, we sold office chairs, and a whole lot of them. So when I was a freshman in college, sophomore in college, I was able to travel the country 4 times over and go meet people from all over the place. And it was just me and a few partners that were able to start this company. But that's where I caught the entrepreneurial bug. That's where I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur and to start businesses. How many of you feel like you have the entrepreneurial bug, by raise of hands? So a few. How many of you guys would like to get into business sometime? Okay, great. Well, this should be fun. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since we have such a most of the crowd, you guys are all in high school, which is fantastic. I'm going to do my best to relate as best as I can to the high school scene, to keep the language as hip as I can, right? So I can be cool, because I'm really not that much older than you guys. Okay. I got my start also in a program called Junto Partners. It's something that as you go through high school, get into college, it's an entrepreneurial kind of boot camp. And it goes through this training process to train you to be an entrepreneur. And it helped me to get some mentors. What I did do, though, just so you guys can have an idea, when we started Launch Sales and Marketing, I had to make a few sacrifices. And my wife and I, who I'm pleased to have with me, and my little baby Hutch, supporting me here. We built a home. I had a job. I had a steady income, and everything was great at my normal job. We were building a home. It was something that we could stay in for years to come with more kids. And right when the house was to be finished and we were to be moving in the next few months, I ended up starting this business, Launch Sales and Marketing. Well, I didn't know at the time that if you own your own business and you don't have a long history of income, you can't qualify for a home. So we had to choose between the home and the business. Was I going to continue with my job and keep the home and move into it? Or was I going to have to leave the home that we just built and do this business? Well, as you can tell, the story went that we had to leave the home. And it was a sacrifice that we made, but we're so grateful that we did that. So there are going to be some sacrifices that you might need to make in your life to be able to move forward. So that kind of helps. What I'm going to do is just skip through a little bit. Being a young entrepreneur, I know how it's like. I've been there. I still am a young entrepreneur. So I can know where you guys are coming from at looking at starting different businesses. The neat thing about being a young entrepreneur is that people want to help you. They do. People want to help you, and just because you're young. It's an amazing attribute to be a young entrepreneur. I actually have one of my very first mentors here in this room with me. His name's Dave Bascom. I met with him one day for lunch while I was at BYU, and I was telling him about my business idea. And he was actually able to confirm that it was something that I should continue moving forward and that his business might actually be interested in what we were doing. And because I was a student, I believe that he wanted to help me succeed. And so that was a huge piece of it. Now, you guys might not think you have a ton of energy, right? You're waking up early, you've got long classes, maybe in sports, but you guys have a ton of energy compared to anybody else, okay? Take advantage of that, harness that energy that you have, and be able to focus it on these certain efforts. It'll help you a ton. I'm a daydreamer. I love to daydream. I have a hard time focusing sometimes because I'm always thinking of these crazy ideas. As young people, we're able to really get creative, innovative, think of these crazy ideas that we might be able to turn into businesses someday. And so it's something to consider as you're a young entrepreneur, that you have all of these things going for you, okay? Of course, you may not have some responsibilities. I'm assuming you don't have to worry about a mortgage right now. You don't have to worry about, most of you may be a family, spouse, kids. You don't have to worry about a full-time job just yet. So take advantage. Now's the time.